Hello, everybody. Welcome back. Thank you so much for visiting me on my YouTube channel. I'm so grateful that you took some time out of your day just to connect with me. My name, again, for those who don't know, I am LaShonda Lee. I am the CEO and founder of Walk in Favor Life Coaching, and we literally help women accelerate their personal as well as their professional and even spiritual achievements through creating unique action plans to increase their happiness, their success, and just overall fulfillment in life, right? Helping you gain that purpose and meaning for life. And so I am so excited that you decided to join me on my channel today. I want to make sure that even though you're currently looking at my videos in my personal playlist, I want to make sure that you don't neglect my professional development playlist as well as my spiritual development playlist. Because here at our Jewels of Success Sweet channel, we want to make sure that we are taking a holistic approach to helping you transform from where you are to where you want to be. And so, for some, that may mean spiritual development. For others, it's personal development. For yet some, it is professional development. For me, it was all three. I didn't need them all at the exact same time, but I definitely needed all three. And so, it is my hope that you get a lot of great information, a lot of how to's, so that again, you can go from where you are to where you want to be. And so today, we are going to talk about this serious thing called anxiety. And as I coach women in my private practice, and of course, as I travel throughout the country, so many people are plagued with anxiety. And so today, I want to share with you some concrete, proven tips that will help you move out of that space so that you can step up and be bigger, better, and greater than you ever thought you could be. All right. And so here's the thing. Did you know that over worrying will literally paralyze you? It will halt you. It will stop you in your tracks. And so when you and I stress about unknown consequences, or we stress about having too many options so we can't make a decision, or we stress about limited time, and we get anxiety and stress about money and just anxiety over results, this literally stop us from making progress, right? And we may not even realize that these things are hindering us, and we may not even realize that we're doing it. But the good news is that anxiety and or worry are both unavoidable. And so right now, if you know that sometimes you have panic attacks and anxiety attacks, the things that prevent you from even leaving your home, I want you to know today that guess what? Those things are avoidable. It does not have to be your way of life unless you choose it to be your way of life. You know, when you think about anxiety, it's not a result of something that has actually happened. It's the stress that's caused by the fear of some potentially misfortune. It's almost as if we're looking at the situation and we are saying, you know what, there's absolutely no way that something good is going to happen from this situation. There's no way that it's going to work out for my good. There's no way I'm going to be upgraded or promoted. There's no way. And so we automatically begin to look at it as a misfortune. The circumstance or the situation that I'm in right now, it is a misfortune, and it's going to cost me more than I want to pay. It's the associated apprehension is driven by uncertainty and its perceived lack of control over future events. And the reality is this. I want you to think about this. We don't know everything. And so sometimes we have to just step out and really risk being wrong in order to prove or find out if we are right. And so when we get caught up in all the possible bad things that might happen, it is a true recipe of unhappiness. How many of you have gotten caught up in the bad things that might happen? Not that they actually happen, but they might happen. Think about it. If you lose your job, you begin to think about, okay, I'm going to lose my car. I'm going to lose my home. I'm going to be homeless. We think about all the possible bad things that are going to happen. And honestly, it is a bottomless cup of torment. And it's totally fed by your imagination. I once heard someone say, and listen, stick with me because I'm going to get you these tips. I just want to kind of set the stage so that when we get to the tips, you're going to be more receptive because you've already identified that you walk in some of these characteristics. And so, again, it's a bottomless cup of torment and it's fed by your imagination. And I heard one person say that when we worry, we're literally using our imagination negatively because of the fact that we're talking about things that have not happened. And so imagining all the bad things that might happen and getting upset about them is literally tormenting you. But again, I want you to know that this is totally avoidable. You don't have to walk in this space. You don't have to live your everyday like this. You don't have to live your every moment like this. You don't have to live your every week or every month or every year like this. You can put some steps in place right now to help you get out of that. And that's why I'm so excited about this video today because it's going to give you some concrete steps. And so if you haven't done so, make sure that you grab something to write with and something to write on. And I would even recommend at the conclusion of the video, you share it. Share this video on your social media pages. Share this video via email. Share this video via text because guess what? At some point in time, all of us deal with anxiety and we don't have to. I was reading something where Mark Twain said, I've seen many worries in my life, and some of them even happened. And so that means the majority of the worries was in his head, it was in his mind. It never manifested into any type of reality. Maybe some of them did, but not everything. And so here's the thing. Logistically or logically, the answer for anxiety is simple: stop worrying about things, right? When we think rationally, we would say, okay, the easy thing is to stop worrying about the thing that I'm worrying about. But emotionally, it's not that easy to do. And so here's the thing: whatever it is that scares you, here are 5 ways to help you cope with your day to day fears and your anxieties. And so, if you're ready, again, get your pen, get your paper, and make sure that you write these 5 things down. 1, make a list of what you're anxious about. Don't just think about it, but literally write them down because it helps when you get these things on paper. They say documentation beats conversation any day. And so the first thing that you want to do is write down what you're anxious about. Are you anxious about your marriage? Are you anxious about your bank account? Are you anxious about your children? What are some of the things that you are anxious about? Create a list of all of it. Don't shorten the list because it looks like it's getting too long. Don't hold back anything. Make a list of what you are anxious about so that you can deal with it. Anxiety is your enemy, and sometimes the enemy want to keep his or her hands hidden. And so if you can literally sit down and write about or write down, create a list of everything that you're anxious about, you are on your way to overcoming and conquering that bad habit. Now that you have your list, let's go into number 2. Cross out the items that you can't do anything about. Do you realize we worry about a lot of things that we cannot change? I want you to sit right now, take a few seconds. Think about all the things that you worry about that you cannot change. And so here's the deal: if you cannot change it, then all you are doing is wasting your time. You're wasting your energy. You're wasting being able to enjoy the present moment that you're in. So, again, now that you have written down everything that you're anxious about, from the smallest to the largest items, I want you to cross out the items that you can't do anything about. Why worry or why dread about something that you can't change? And you probably don't even have to perform. So cross out everything that you can't change, everything that is not in your power to do something about, because those things, you got to just let them be. Now, step number 3, based on what you have less or left, less, based on what you have left on your list, now it's time to start ranking them, because now that you have everything on your list that you can do something about, these are the things that we want to focus on. So they're no longer in this category called anxiety. They are on the side where now I am working towards progress. And so, based on what you have left, rank your list. And here are 3 ways that you can rank your list. Rank your list based on priority or the importance, right? You can also rank your list based on the impact that it has on you. And then the third way, you can rank your list by how quickly or easily you can do something about it. Because, of course, if you rank it by priority, that means you want to go ahead and take care of it. If you rank it by impact, that one, it may change a little bit based on the impact that it has upon you. Then you also can rank them by how quickly or easily you can do something about it. Because if you can do something with it right away, then you get an opportunity to cross it off your list. And so I say to you, now that you have everything on your list that you believe you can do something about it, rank it so that we will see what you want to do first, what you want to do second, what you want to do third, what you want to do fourth, so on and so forth. And so basically, what you're doing is you are organizing this list in a way that helps it all make more sense to you. And so, number 4, pick out just one item that you are worried about. See, sometimes we're worried because we have so much on our plate and we're trying to do too many things at one time. And so now what I want you to do, now that you have your list, you've crossed off everything that you cannot affect, that you don't have the ability to change. So now that you have left those things that you can do something about. You've ranked them based on priority, based on impact, or based on how quickly or easily you can do something about it. The 4th thing is pick just one item that you're worried about that you can affect, and then make a conscious decision what you're going to do about it. See, knowing what to do and doing it is 2 different things. Think about it. You can even build a mini action plan for that one thing that you want to do something about. What if you're worried about losing your job? What if you're just worried about losing your job? Well, there are a few things that you can do. One, you can say, I'm going to make myself more valuable to this company. And so now you can create an action plan on what all can I do to make myself valuable? Can I take courses? Can I show that I have a competitive spirit? Can I show that I have a positive attitude regardless to what goes on? Because see, here's the thing. If you have a positive attitude, guess what? It's easier to motivate a person with a positive attitude versus one that does not. Maybe you can increase your enthusiasm. See, enthusiasm brings value to the workplace because it is attractive and it is contagious. And so, if you're enthused, it's easy for you to transfer that enthusiasm to somebody else, which is going to help increase production. If you have a competitive spirit, what is it that you're saying to the employer? You're saying, I'm a self-starter. You're saying that I'm willing to learn. And you also saying that you're disciplined. See, you see how this is? Guess what? If you show that you are a team player, what is that saying to the company? It's saying that you're willing to do whatever it takes to get the job done. It says that you're not selfish. You're willing to lend a hand to help somebody else. So there are things that you can do to make yourself more valuable. So if you begin to work on these things, maybe you don't have to worry about losing your job. You see that? It's being able to take one thing that you are worried about and then creating an action plan so that you can overcome it. And then the fifth thing is do something. Do anything from your plan that gets you one step closer to handling the concern, right? Do one thing that's going to help you get closer to handling the concern so it's no longer a worry. It's no longer something that you have anxiety over, right? And so here's the thing, when it comes to anxieties, most people feel that they don't have any control over the situation. But the point is, when you're doing something to address the worry, even if you're not totally solving it, you are making progress on it. And honestly, that in and of itself helps. Something just isn't happening to you, you are also making something happen, right? You're also making something happen. And oftentimes that alone is enough to help reduce the anxiety about the issue because you're taking a step as being the victor and not the victim. In fact, let me tell you this can literally help reduce your overall anxiety about all your issues because you're finally working to take control over your life. And so here's the thing, at the end of the day, whatever you're worried about, whatever you're anxious about, it is avoidable. When it comes to anxiety, avoidance is a good thing. Practice it whenever you can. And so anytime you feel this worry coming up or this anxiety, what I want you to do is go back to these 5 steps. Practice is what's going to help you make this your way of life. They say repetition is the mother of all learning. And so if you take these 5 tips that I just gave you, I promise you're going to see some type of relief in your life. And so listen, that is our how to for the day. I hope you took some great nuggets. I hope not only did you take notes, but you are also going to implement that because, as I said earlier in the video, knowing what to do and doing it is 2 different things. And so, if this is your first time coming to my channel, make sure that you subscribe so that you can stay updated on all the new videos that are coming. You know, if you haven't already seen one of my other videos, it's called Let Go, Be Happy, and Live. That's what it's all about. Being able to let go, be happy, and live our lives to the fullest. So listen, enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you so much for visiting my channel. Again, share this video on your social media platforms. Share this video via text. Share this video via email so that other people can begin to remove the anxiety and worry out of their lives. So listen, enjoy your day. Talk to you soon. Bye now.